Welcome to the Motown India show. We have here with us Mr. Vimal Sumbly, Managing Director of Triumph Motorcycles India Pvt Ltd. Congratulations, Mr. Sumbly.
Thank you so much.
For launching a beautiful all-street scrambler. I noticed that this bike is a beautiful combination of on-road and off-road. Is that the new trend happening in the motorcycle segment?
Yeah, it's a new trend. As you know that in the world as well as in India, the larger portion of the people were on classics, and of lately people want to do adventure. And there's a set of the people who would like to have a classic bike which is capable also to do off-road, and it comes at in between our current range of Bonnevilles or Street Twin, and on the other side Tigers. So I think this is a new segment which we are going to attract through this bike, and I am sure it should do well in India.
Okay, a few years in India, and it's been quite an exciting journey for your company. Are you happy with the way the company has grown in the last few years?
I would say that we are happy with the progress we have made in India, but as you know, as a corporate, we always want to grow, and we like this momentum to continue, and to keep this momentum further on. As we discussed today, our strategy is to bring the best products which are differentiated, make the network which is much stronger, develop affordability through finance tie-ups, ensure that we create a good riding culture in India, and at the end provide after-sales services best in the country, and also ensure that we bring in safety and focus into this society or in this segment.
Wonderful. And you have an assembly plant in Manesar, and you just said in your presentation that there's going to be more localization, and that's going to be quite rapid in this 1 year. So what compelled you to get into a major localization drive?
So if you look at last year when we produced bikes in India, we had a mix of FTA. Almost 80 to 85% of our products were FTA, and 15 to 20% was CKD. This year we are going to have almost 90% of our bikes coming through Manesar plant, which is CKD, and 10% which is CBU. And the objective of making bikes or assembling them in India was to get a little bit of flexibility in terms of getting these bikes available for our end consumers, ensure that our logistics from the time a consumer or a customer wants a bike to the time we deliver, and also bring in flexibility in terms of the whole production which we can do in India, and also I would say play a little role in making India of India.
Great. And how important is India in Triumph's global plans?
So it's a very, very strategic market for us, a very, very important market for Triumph. As you could see, if you look at Triumph, we have only 2 CKD plants in the world. One is in Brazil, one is in India. That shows how strategic it is. And also recently we have announced our partnership with Bajaj, which again says that India is a strategic part of the business overall.
So since you took away one of my questions, Bajaj is an important tie-up for Triumph. And if I'm not mistaken, you've been a Bajaj person, a good part of your professional career. Now, is these exciting times for you personally and nostalgically?
I would say, I did my first set of biking at Bajaj Auto, and of course Triumph taught me a different set of biking or segmentation or the premium set of biking. It's a fantastic combination of both brands. I think if this partnership is able to bring a product which is really going to create a new segment, and there's already an existing segment, and why not use strengths of both the companies to produce a product which really can be successful not only in India but globally.
Your products are basically very premium, not affordable by Indian standards definitely, but definitely there's a huge market for that. Do you see that demand percolating down to some of the tier 2, tier 3 areas of India?
You're so right. To be honest enough, because of the digital connect in India, let's take about the campaign that the government of India is doing, digitizing India. Now, there is no barrier between a rural and an urban. The aspiration level of an Indian in a rural and urban is almost same. But yes, we're seeing a demand coming from tier 2 like Kolhapurs in Maharashtra, or Solapurs, or Surats and Rajkots in Gujarat, or Chhattisgarh and Raipur in the central part of India. Yes, there is a demand coming, and I think our objective of putting also the network is going to be majorly in tier 2 and tier 3 going forward.
Okay, Mr. Sumbly, I've also noticed that you're quite an enthusiastic CEO. In fact, you love riding, you're pushing others to ride. Is there a message you want to tell your customers or would-be customers that riding is a good habit?
Yeah, I would say that I personally believe that a lot of a lot of CEOs sit in AC rooms and make decisions. I like to be a part of that decision in the AC room as well as on the ground. And I have this strategy not from now, from a very, very long time, to connect with the consumer, see what they want, and that way you really can understand and make the policies much quicker, much easier. Yes, I'm a rider. I love to ride, and it was a fantastic experience to ride with the auto journalist yesterday. I think as golf was a few years back for networking, motorcycling now is a new networking way. You can network when doing motorcycling. There's a lot of riding groups, a lot of like-minded people ride together. That's, I believe, this culture grows much bigger in India.
Wonderful. One last question is, we notice around that biking culture is increasing and improving in this country of ours, but there's a huge question mark on the safety element, the riding habits. According to a data of the Transport Ministry, 26 people died in 2016 every day because of accidents caused by motorcycles while riding without a helmet. Now, we experienced a bit of the Tiger Academy ways of doing things where safety was a priority. Now, what is your view on the safety aspect of riding?
You put on a valid question, because it's a question every society answers generally when they go through change. I think Indian society or Indian rider also needs to understand the safety is for himself, not for the others. As a brand, we have been very committed to safety from the day one. We don't ride our bikes without riding gears. We don't sell a bike to a customer even if he pays 100% payment. If he comes in a shorts or a chappals or does not want to wear a riding gear, we don't give him a bike at the dealership. We drop his bike at his house, because we believe in safety. And I strongly want to communicate using your media to all the youngsters who want to enjoy speed and thrill. Please go to Buddh Circuit. There are a lot of riding circuits in India. They're affordable, and you can go there and ride in a closed environment. You really can enjoy your bikes. As far as the brand is concerned, our single goal is ride safely but ride responsibly.
One added question to that, these bikes do tremendous speeds. Is biking or are motorcycles just confined to speed, or can one enjoy beyond the speed, the feel of a motorcycle, the feel of the wind in your hair, or whatever's little left? So how do you define it?
See, the motorcycling which we are in is for fun. It's a fun ride. It's for yourself. We strongly believe that you must ride for yourself. You must enjoy the air. You must enjoy that air hitting your face. As an Indians, अपना दिल धड़कता है जब motorcycle देखते हैं. और उसको धड़कने दो, पर enjoy the riding part of it. Enjoy for yourself. And I think if that concept of enjoying for yourself comes in, then you itself imbibe in the safe riding, because then you're doing for yourself.
Thank you so much, sir, and thank you on behalf of the journalistic fraternity for giving a few of us a lovely opportunity here at the Aamby Valley.
Thank you so much.
Fabulous.
Thank you so much for dropping by. Thanks.